Yeah, most definitely. You have to be business minded. You gotta keep an eye on the business and make sure that you're making more profit than you spend, of course, like any other business. But definitely gotta be business minded.
And through some of my research, one I found especially helpful was the OOIDA website, which I'm sure you're familiar with that organization. And one of the biggest things they had up there was, the availability to take business classes through their membership, which is supposed to plan for, unexpected expenses, which I'm going to ask you a little bit about that, but I know there's a lot of expenses as far as purchasing your equipment, upkeep, and, insurance, maintenance, and things along that line. Do you feel like there was a problem in the industry with that because of the lack of business training by many in the commercial industry? I mean, is there a lot of people who run into problems because they don't budget and run their company as a company as opposed to just a job?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that they get in, they scrape and scratch enough money to buy themselves a truck, and then they get in the business and they don't plan ahead, and they end up failing because they didn't plan ahead. In this business, you have to be able to look ahead a little bit and foresee what kind of expenses you're going to have, and trying to plan accordingly.
Now, as somebody who's considering this as an option in the future, what kind of expenses am I looking at that aren't buy a truck, go work somewhere, and make a lot of money? What other expenses are associated that need to be planned for, like any business plans for expenses?
Yeah, first you have to have some kind of a maintenance account on your business. You have to put up with, you're going to have to buy tires, you're going to have to breakdowns on the truck, you're going to have to be able to set aside a certain amount of money every week what you make in order to plan ahead and be able to be ready for any unexpected things, because in the trucking industry you can always expect the unexpected. That's the nature of the business.
Now, I know that you've also chosen to turn into an employer as well as being your own company. And how many tractors is it that you've got now?
I have 3 tractors right now, and I decided I'm going to drive my own self one truck because kind of hard to find a good, reliable driver for one thing. Another thing too is just I need that little extra income that I can make driving my own truck plus managing the other 2 trucks. So I had to drive one truck and be the employee and be my own boss practically.
Now, as one of the important questions about this interview is finding out about communication in certain aspects of business that are interesting to me. What kind of role do you feel like communication plays in the trucking industry at the stage it's in now?
Well, communication is like any other aspect in life. It's very important. You have to be able to communicate with your drivers. You have to be able to communicate with your shippers, with your receivers. You got to be able to keep a line of communication, mainly with your drivers. Make sure where they are, how they're doing, what they are at all times. So it's just communication is a very important part of the business.
And as a person who's going to school, and also I'm in the trucking industry and basically consider it a career for me for the future, what avenues or degree choices do you think would benefit me best if I choose to go the path of an owner-operator?
Yeah, well, business administration would be one of the first and foremost that I would do. Be able to manage your business, learn how to manage it, and just how people skills, be able to communicate. So just go to college and try to do some business administration degree would be great. Definitely will help.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me about it. I've gotten a lot of valuable information that I think will help me make a decision. And, I really appreciate the time and honesty.
Well, I thank you for the interview, and I hope it helps you in some kind of way, and I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.